Breaking news, guys. World powers divided. US, UK clash over Biafra issue. Fear of Nigeria breakup grows. So, guys, the diplomatic temperature between two major world powers, the United States and the United Kingdom, appears to be rising over how both nations should respond to the growing tension surrounding the Biafra movement in Nigeria. My people, wahala don burst again. Na big kasala dey brew between America and the United Kingdom because of the Biafra matter. Reports don show say the two no dey reason am the same way again. US dey push say Nigeria must address human rights wahala for Southeast, but UK dey try calm everything down to protect diplomatic interests. This one don scatter global table and Abuja dey feel the heat. Before we move on, we hit the news. Don't forget that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it in one of his broadcasts that the UK government do not want Biafra to come. You understand? He said they bought the Fulanis. That is the reason why they are fighting Biafra, and they say nothing about it. You understand? For how many times they have been asking them, conduct a referendum, let's know our place. If Nigerian government wins, we stay with Nigeria. But if Biafra win, we stay with Biafra. But the UK no want, you understand? So like as I said, I just want to chip in that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said this before now. You understand that the UK, that is Britain, is the problem we are facing here in Nigeria because of their interest in our oil and gas. So recent developments revealed that officials from both countries had a closed-door meeting in Geneva during a United Nations Human Rights roundtable where they reportedly clashed on the correct approach to the situation in the southeast Nigeria. While American representatives allegedly pushed for a firm stand on human rights abuses, political detentions, and military brutality, British diplomats reportedly urged for a more cautious, behind-the-scenes engagement with the Nigerian government. Sources close to the diplomatic community say the disagreement reflects a long-standing differences in how both countries view Nigerians' internal politics. For Washington, Nigerians' actions towards agitators like Nnamdi Kanu and other Biafran supporters are viewed through the lens of democracy, freedom of expression, and rule of law. The US has often emphasized that any lasting peace must come through dialogue and suppression. The UK, however, has strong economic and strategic interest in maintaining Nigerians' unity, from energy investment in the Niger Delta to trade relations with Abuja. London's priority remains political stability, even if it means turning a blind eye to certain internal issues. An African foreign policy expert based in London, Dr. Brian Hastings, noted in an interview that the UK still views Nigeria as one of its most valuable Commonwealth allies. They prefer quiet diplomacy, while the US tends to go public with criticism. The fresh tension was reportedly triggered by the leaked US Congress report we discussed earlier, the one that accused Abuja of violating human rights in treatment of the Biafra movement. British officials were said to have expressed frustration that the Americans were escalating the matter internationally without consulting their Commonwealth partners. In contrast, the US diplomat maintained that transparency and justice must come before political convenience. These disagreements, insiders say, has created a subtle diplomatic rift between both Western powers, something that rarely happens in African affairs. In Abuja, the development has sparked a mist of fear and confusion. Top government sources reportedly described the situation as dangerous, warning that if the US and UK split on Nigeria, the ripple effect could be enormous. One senior security official who claimed his name should not be mentioned because he was not authorized to speak, allegedly told a journalist off record that if America begins to take a tougher position, sanctions, visa bans, and restrictions could follow. We have to manage this situation before it grows beyond control. The official added that President Tinubu has instructed the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to immediately reach out to the British and American embassies for clarification. The move is seen as an attempt to prevent Nigerians' internal crisis from turning into an international diplomatic showdown. Several human rights groups in Europe and North America have already taken sides. The US-based Freedom Watch International raised a statement supporting the American position, saying silence in the face of human rights violations is complicit. Meanwhile, the Britain-Nigerian Forum in London defended the UK's conscious approach, claiming that Nigerians' unity remains essential to the stability of West Africa. Political analysts say this disagreement could mark a turning point in how the world views Nigeria's crisis. So if both superpowers continue to disagree publicly, it may embed separatist movements and weaken international confidence in Abuja's leadership. Experts have compared the tension to past situations where Western powers split on African issues, like during the Sudan crisis in 2005, when the US called for stronger action over Darfur, where the UK pushed for quiet diplomacy. In that case, the disagreement delayed international response until the United Nations stepped in. Observers now fear a similar scenario may unfold in Nigeria, where delays and silence could make the Biafra situation even more complicated. Back home, the story has reignited hope among pro-Biafra supporters in cities like Enugu, Onitsha, and Abia State. Some residents were seen celebrating after hearing that global powers were arguing because of Biafra. A resident of Onitsha, identified as Chijoke Nnamdi, told a reporter, "This shows the world is paying attention. We have been crying for years, but now the biggest nations are arguing about our future." At the same time, government supporters warn that this international spotlight could attract unwanted attention and external pressure that might destabilize Nigerians' fragile unity. Beyond policies, experts say Nigeria's economy could be affected if this dispute deepens. If Washington decides to tighten its foreign policy stance, especially regarding defense or trade, Nigeria might lose access to key economic partnerships or aid programs. So, a Lagos-based economist, Mrs. Ifoma Ajayi, explained, foreign investors watch these signals closely. If they sense instability or tension between Nigeria and Western powers, capital flight could increase. Already, Nigerian foreign investment rate has dropped by nearly 30% over the past 2 years, a trend that analysts warn could worsen if political uncertainty continues. So, my people, it be like say this Biafra matter don turn global football when big countries they drag past themselves. US they talk say make justice come first, but UK they say make peace come first. But who go really fit balance am? One thing is clear, the world don dey look Nigeria with new eyes, and e go hard for Aso Rock to hide wetin dey happen again. Abeg, my people, no forget to, no forget to say na this channel go always give you the original update. no remiss, no wash. Please subscribe. Share this video, make it go viral. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.